Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the wee hours in the morning. I like it nice and quiet so I can do what I do, enlighten you. Let's go. Writers in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. The message is in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tuned in to receiving them. I appreciate the numbers going up. We got a good thing going. Let's keep it going. Right Thinkers mission, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better from the inside out. Right Thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, all on the inside. Discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission to get you to do just that. Know thyself. The goal for all right thinkers is just that, to know thyself. With the education and the information that you're receiving on a daily basis, it'll help that happen for you a lot sooner. Let's go. Know thyself is the question. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish, disregarded. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. Knowledge of self, that's what they do it. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thing, because know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Today's lesson, I've been listening to all these neurosurgeons and all these smart guys, my man Lipton and all those guys say what I'm saying is just more technical and more, fancy. It's the same thing. So I'm gonna bite off one of these concepts and break it down for you our way. Right thinkers, let's talk about programming or reprogramming. The concept is you think, you act on your feelings, and that's programming. When you learn to feel, think, and then act, that's being reprogrammed. Right thinkers, I want to reprogram you. I want you to feel, think, and then act. Sometimes we do it the reverse. I don't get it that way, so like I said, I listen to them and I got a little different perspective. You know how I do. Let's go. So thinking is the program that you have been taught from the time we come into the world as babies. For the first 7 years, all the mind is doing is absorbing, taking in, being programmed. You are the product of your environment. Why is that? You learn from your environment that you were in for the first 7 years, be it good, bad, or indifferent. That's the way the game is played. As you get older, listen, you have to wake up, okay, so to speak, and override the programming that you was raised with. Why? Because it don't always serve you. What was going on in your household while you come into the world had nothing to do with you, but you was there and you. So it's part of who you are. So dysfunction, all of us have some dysfunction in the world because we come into a dysfunctional world. The world is dysfunctional. So ain't no perfect scenario, but the whole idea is you to observe, you think, you act, and you feel. I say other way around. Let's go. Now, we think, watch this, because what? We have gotten the program and the thoughts. We think that our thoughts and processes that we're in control of it. Not until you wake up, not until you gain conscious of your subconscious mind. Why? Because it's on autopilot pretty much. Why? It's going by what it sees. It picks up all day long. Your subconscious just pay attention. At night, when you going to sleep, Oh, he had his way. And depending on what kind of day you had, depending on what went through, your subconscious is going to replay that back. That's the program that is on. So understand, the program is the thought process. And if you're stuck on stupid, you're going to just loop and you wonder why you don't get nowhere. So get off the matrix, get off the treadmill. Knowledge, watch this, is learned again through programming, information. But they tell you lack of knowledge is what? Destruction, self-destruction. But or lack of power. Knowledge is power. So knowing thyself raises you up. Lack of knowledge, being ignorant of who you are, shrinks you. So you're easier to be taken advantage of. Okay? We say, watch this. No, we say and know that with knowledge you become powerful. Yeah. Power is in what? The knowledge of what? Self. I don't need to know about chemistry. No, I didn't know. That's just scholarly knowledge. I need to know that self-knowledge. Okay? Self-knowledge is the best knowledge. Biblical and scholarly knowledge, I tell you, that's all learned knowledge. But you need to get self-knowledge first. I spend a lot of time studying, okay? And I can gain knowledge and understanding by doing that and studying other things, not what I already know. Things that I want to know about, I study those things that interest me, okay? And by doing that, gaining knowledge about other things gives me more power. But the power starts in knowing thyself. So knowing a bunch of other stuff, not knowing you, don't really mean nothing. Let me shrink you. Play the mind game right quick. Right thinking is living by what? Principles, morals, ethics that was laid out by our ancient ancestors. I don't make it up. I don't add it. Nope. I just buy by the rules that was there. And they work just fine to this day. Okay. The principles that help you what? Become your best self. Knowledge of self helps you know thyself and be your best self. My whole philosophy is based on just that, knowing thyself. Well, you can have a philosophy just on knowing thyself. Do you have a clue what that means? That's why. So let's go. I can listen. Watch this. I can listen to the way you think and talk, and I can just about get a good bead on you and understand what type of person you are. That's knowing thyself. I can hear other people's issues and pretty much get understanding from them. That's what the psychiatrist do. He sit there and let you tell him all your stuff and lay your life right there, and now he's gonna pick it to pieces and understand it. That's scholarly knowledge. You can talk to go talk to your grandmother about your life problems, and I guarantee you they can solve them for you. Why? They live life. They know life problems. They might not be scholars in school. You don't need that. You need life knowledge. So start talking to some of your elders, young people. Trust me, they got a lot of life knowledge that they can give you. It don't cost you nothing, and they would love to do it. It's called communication. Ain't nothing better for an older person to have a young person ask them about life. Why? That's what they know. What they should. If you're old and you're a fool, you got no kick coming. If a young person can't see you having little smarts and understanding with age, they're not going to deal with you at all. And they shouldn't, because you ain't learned nothing from life. You can't teach them nothing about life. So elders should be at least wise in life. Degrees, life, yes. Let's go. That's the difference. Now, if I listen to you and your issues, you talking honestly, I will hear the problem. And guess what? I will do the best I could express the right advice for that problem. Simple. If it's a life problem, oh, I can help you out. If it's a math problem, go get your calculator, get your whatever. But life, our elders have answers about life. Trust me. No, I don't have the philosophical, psychological college degrees. For what? Don't need them. I'm self-made. All right. Oh, for young people, self-made means I put my own work in to do all my work, and I've been doing this for over 35 years. So that's what self-made means. So if you think because you got a little degree from these funky universities, don't care. I got mine from the streets. I got my master's degree, brother, and a PhD. So you might not want to mess with me. Moving on. But I do, watch this. I do have one thing, life experience. That's why I got my degrees out in the streets, for real. I only, listen, give my life experiences that I have had. If I know what I can tell you is help you out, I will do that. If I don't know something, I want to tell you, I can't help you with that one. I'll be the first to tell you. My son went to college for business. I didn't happen with nothing. Why? That wasn't my area. Y'all was hustling, come see me. But business, man, you on your own. But yeah, that's my point. I'm only gonna tell you what I know. That's all. I don't go through life trying to show people how smart I am. Well, no, I ain't got time for that nonsense. I do what I do for you. I'm good with that. So moving on. Right thinking programs you to what? Right actions and most important, selfish actions. If you do things with intention to get something done, yeah, you're a gangster. Or the other guy. If I do something for you, appreciation does me why? Why? I don't really do nothing bad. That ain't how I do it. That's not how it's done. That's the reason why. Watch this. I think first, then I act after I give whatever it is thought in order to perform what? The correct action. If you just haphazardly do stuff, you're going to make some mistakes. Being a master, right thinker, first of all, I have to practice what I teach. Why? Or what I teach is unauthentic and useless. Why? I'm a hypocrite. If I say this and I do this and they don't match, I don't count. Why? Brother, you saying this, bro, you doing that. You claim to be the right thinker, but you act like a damn fool. Well, I'm human. Oh, righteous indignation. There's never an excuse to act a fool. I'm getting better at that. Moving on. I can't claim, here we go, I can't claim self mastery and then show I have no self control over my emotions. That's hypocritical action. That's why right thinking is my brand. I stand on it, I stand by it, and I want my actions to show I am just that, a right thinker. Right thinking and philosophy ain't just a brand, it's my way of life. It's what I live for, it's what I do. And for real, not just on camera, not just in class. I'm this way all the time. That's what I mean by my way of life. I live this. I'm about this. You about that life? Oh, I'm about the right thinking philosophy lifestyle. Yes, I am. Spiritual discipline, raising, praising, and living doing right. I'm all about that life. It's for real. I am too. P-Funk. Pure real. Moving on. I got a few less, 2 more to go. Right, so now, right action does what? Leads to feeling good about what you did for somebody else. That's the reward for doing a selfless service. I do this, and for all y'all who get it, receive it, appreciate it, that's good enough for me. Okay, that's what it's all about. Now I practice performing right thinking, aka selfless service, when daily. When I do what I'm doing right here, delivering my message to my right thinkers to get my point across, I do it every day. Okay, truth, I tell it daily. If I do something for you, and I do try to every day, all I want in return is your firstborn. What the hell is this nigga talking about? Yeah, remember the story of Rumpelstiltskin? When he turned his thread into gold, straw into gold for the girl, for the king, he made the deal. If anybody offers a deal and they want your firstborn, what they tell you? No deal. But my question is, I don't want your firstborn. I just want your appreciation. That was a joke. But the point is, a lot of time people, when they do something for you, oh, it's a price to pay. And someone wants your firstborn child. So that's just one of the favorite stories I remember, and I thought about that. If I do something for you, just appreciate it, and I'm good. I can go on my merry way, and you can take whatever I did for you and be thankful. That's it. That's all I want. Oh yeah, okay. Now I feel good, and I got a mother-in-law. I call her my spiritual advisor, and she's been this way all her life. She ain't got a clue who my yacht is, but she feel good. You know when she perform a good deed, when she helps somebody out, she's legally blind. She writes letters in braille, and she help those who have the blind problem, the friction with them situation. She's live alone and she's independent. That's strong. Okay. That's the right thinker. And she always performs selfless services for those who she could. She save water. She do all the stuff. That's just a good person. And guess what? You will be blessed for just that. Nothing special. They could kill us about how many degrees she got or she acquired them during her life. Nope. Just a good person. And guess who pays you for that? Don't need Uncle Sam. Don't need no college degree. No, no, no. Just give me God. We good. Here you go. Now, I get a sour taste. This is what I don't like in my mouth. When I do something for somebody and they're not appreciative of it or they're using me for their own selfish gain. That I don't like. So understand that. Right thinkers feel good when what? When we do for someone and they appreciate what we did for them. That's the whole goal of a selfless service. You do it to help the person who needs what you have for them, not what they can do for you. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up. Appreciate you tuning in here a little long, but hope the message is out. Let me wrap this up. Right feeling is the results of right thinking and right action. I mean, you think and then you act and you feel good about what it is you did. Let's go. Wrapping it up. I get a good feeling. Excuse me, I get to feel good about what I did for someone who received my message every day. I feel good about that. Keep a daily activity count. Some days it's better than none, but somebody's tuning in. The day that I come here and I shoot a blank, I'm shutting it down. That means somebody don't care. Nobody. That means nobody cares. Okay, so understand that I'm only doing this as long as you keep tuning in and watching me or listening to me. So let's go. Being honest, again, that's what I know. Being honest and upfront with people, and you will receive what? That in return from good people. When you don't, you know who you're dealing with. Simple as that. If I'm treating you a certain way and you treat me another way, and it ain't the same, you already know the deal. When you're a caretaker, that means you thinking, acting, and doing what's right for what? Somebody else, not yourself. Be a caretaker. I'm a spiritual caretaker. All I want to do is spiritually enlighten all those who want to be spiritually enlightened. I ain't trying to twist your arm. I ain't trying to make you do nothing. Let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you. But in order to get, right, this, the right feeling, you will have to do what? Think, right? Act right, win daily. That's what I do, and the feeling is good. Last one. When you think, act, and feel right, that means you have been reprogrammed as a manifester of good things and righteous action and help for others. That's what it's all about. If you're a right thinker, philosophy follower, that's what I do for you. You do it for others. Each one teach one. I'm out. Be back.